Hey, John.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, John. Hey, John.
I'm good, just working on these screens. I finally got them going.
Are you putting something in the background?
Hey, John. Hey, John.
Yeah, right now I just got them working, so now I got the audio muted. So.
Hey, John.
Can you hear that noise?
Yeah, right now I
Yeah,
just got them
it
working,
should
so
be-
now I
I
got
just
the
muted it,
audio
so it should
muted.
be good.
Can you hear that noise?
Yeah, right now I
Yeah.
just got them working.
Oh,
so
let me
now
change
I got
that.
the audio muted.
Let me change that.
All right, there we go. What's up, John?
Oh, not much. You
All right,
know,
there we go.
snowed a lot here. Probably
What's up, John?
6 inches or so, I would imagine.
Right?
Which is kind of cool. I like seeing the snow.
Very peaceful.
6 inches or so, I would imagine. So
All right, John. It's time for us to roll up our sleeves and fucking do what we can do. And,
Okay.
all right, John. You know, I'm willing to put a little bit of money towards, I know everyone needs to get paid for their time and whatnot. And listen, you show up, you get things done. So I don't want to take a ton of time, but it's everybody's time is valuable. But with going to Brian's Monday night meeting, right? Like, so I did our meeting, and then his meeting started right after.
Oh, okay.
He's got like 20-25 people in there, and I mean, he only does it once a week, and it's at the exact same time every week.
Exactly right.
Right. With this, the thing is, it's a daily meeting, so it's just like,
Yeah, but I mean,
You know.
I have been looking for it, right, since I think when last did I join you? Saturday or
Yeah.
Friday? I don't. Anyway, so every day, at least 2 or 3 times a day, I've looked on AltSpace to see if there's anything
Right.
on the calendar, and nothing.
Interesting.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's sort of
No, I get it, but I'm just kind of so I get it. I get it as far as putting more on the calendar and scheduling out, and
Right,
I
right.
can. I mean, as you can see, I put my hour in every day. It's just a matter of, as well for
Right.
me, it's becoming tighter for me to do stuff during the day. I've got another employee working with me in the afternoon, and I got to work with him when he's working. I'm training him. So it's like that whole block of time is like, okay. And that gives me a couple hours for myself that I can work on my stuff before I got to work with him. So it's like if I do the 11 o'clock meeting, that's 11 to 12, and then I go to lunch 12 to 1, and then I got him working with me. And then at night I got to make a meeting happen. So I don't have a problem with more of a structure, but in the same sense, like, yeah, I just, I love the whole premise and everything behind what we're doing and the message and everything like that. And obviously I'm making the time and I'm committed. In the same sense, it's just, I just kind of want us to be able to even execute on some of the ideas that we're coming up with that I know take time to make happen. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Mike.
Not much. What's going on with you guys?
Hey.
We're just
we're
kind of
just-
game planning.
Yeah, talking about
Well, Mike,
videogasm and
What's going on with you guys?
Mike has
Right.
some interesting stuff going on. So
I have so
what
much stuff going on.
So what's going on with the people that you're talking with doing a show? Have you had any progress with that?
They've basically they've put me. They've said to me, "You're going to have an epiphany moment, and then you're going to get back to us." And I haven't had an epiphany
Okay.
yet. so, so it's all kind of up in the air. But one thing I did think of for as a show, I was at the Monday night meet.
Yeah,
I think
I
you
was
were
there.
there.
Yep. I was
Yeah,
there too.
and there was a guy there that did the Doctor Who podcast about people who act out the Doctor Who show, right? And my home in Alt Space is the TARDIS, the Doctor Who's
Oh,
spaceship.
cool. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I took him there. And he was like, "Oh my God," you know.
Yeah.
And then it struck me, he could get them to actually act out scenes in my TARDIS.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's the beauty of the space is one can create virtual sets
right,
relating to
Yeah.
anything.
Well,
right.
Mike knows as well. I spoke last. You stayed for the whole meeting, right?
Yeah, yeah, it
So
was
when
great.
so what I talked about after everybody talked was uh, the thing is we're doing these creative meetings. You know, I don't go to that meeting every Monday, but I went to it and I stayed after
Yeah,
doing this one. And they're doing the same thing. Everybody's talking about filming. But the thing
Yep.
is we're not, there's no organized film shoots to where it's like, all
right.
right, we're going to go shoot this. Like we've shot a couple things and they're cool, but it's like a whole nother animal. You can talk about creating, but the
Yeah,
actual rolling up the sleeves and doing it it's a whole nother animal. I
yeah,
mean, it is. And
yeah.
everybody's
I'm not
doing
a
it for
visual person either,
right,
you know.
right.
So, you talk about camera angles and stuff. I don't know what that is, you know. It's not my
See, I know
scene.
what the camera angles are somewhat, but the matter is that's why, like, when I was talking, one of the guys, like, oh, we got to figure out how to bring lighting in. And I'm like, no, what we got to first do is we just got to start shooting, and then
Yeah,
you're going to improve the shooting and the
yeah,
quality of the shoots are going to get better as you're creating the content.
yeah,
It's a process of evolution. The thing
Well,
is with
we've been
lighting.
talking about this for like what 9 months
Yeah.
now, and it's getting
yeah,
boring. I mean, it really is. It's
It
like
is. I
if
agree.
people aren't going to do anything, then I mean, I'm spending less and less time at alt space meetings because I'm tired
Yeah.
of talking. I really am, and
I am. I'm getting burned out from it too, John. I am. I'm just kind of like, why do I keep putting this time in every day? And I mean, I've had amazing talks, and it
yeah,
is good. And the people are here and the art is here. It just needs that push. It just needs that,
yeah.
what does it take to, well, that's the thing. So I got my new computer, John. I'm trying to get it all set up to where I can
oh, cool,
film
good, good,
and I
good.
want to,
Congratulations.
I got it a couple days ago and I'm really working hard on it, getting it all set up, getting my
Good, good.
Adobe suite set up in it. And the next thing is I'm gonna be in line to get that Bandicam. But the thing is so I want to be shooting the footage, but the thing is with shooting it, the editing is a whole, that's like a whole nother. You can shoot all day. Shooting is like,
Right.
I don't want to say the easy part. The editing
Yeah.
is really the
The skill.
Well, editing isn't hard either, man. It's just where it becomes tedious is just going. You look at the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, if one can put together, a sentence, one can edit. I mean, it's. I mean,
right.
it's as simple
It's
as that.
true.
It
No,
really
he's
is.
right.
Yeah.
It's
He is.
once you get the hang of it, there and this footage here is like, I mean, I'm used to working in 4K footage, okay, from a video camera, and you know, I have to make proxies of the footage. I mean, it's just really heavyweight. This stuff that we get off here is like tissue paper. It's,
Mm.
you know,
Okay.
it doesn't take much space. It is easy to edit. You know, I mean,
Okay. So the thing I'd like to do is this then. This is where
Okay,
I'm
right.
kind of like considering I'm committing an hour here a day. I'm just
Yeah.
kind of like I see these people coming in randomly filming, doing like you do that. Well, John, you'll go and you'll live cast and you'll do that, which is cool. All of that stuff's cool, but just kind of like setting up and doing kind of like a show. If I'm gonna be
Yeah.
here for an hour, like let's shoot it. Let's
Right.
if it
But we've
needs to
said this
be
over and over and over again.
okay.
Well,
So
let's
why
plan it
aren't we?
for January.
What's
Plan
that?
from January,
Yeah.
2021, that
Yeah.
you're going to shoot every one of these shows.
Yeah. What's that?
That's where we set the goal.
Yeah.
That is a good goal. It is a good goal to set. I
Yeah,
agree.
it's as
I mean,
It
simple
takes
as
all
that,
the
right?
pressure off, and you've
Yeah.
just got to spend all your time getting everything together for the
Okay.
launch.
There we go. I love that because I'm getting close. I'm getting all my tech close that I'm
Yeah.
just kind of like, okay, fine. If it's this guy back here that's just going to live broadcast stream it, fine. And it's recorded and it's done.
Right.
I feel like the only other thing else that, I mean, I could do it myself, but I do think that having a good assistant can have the screens. They're kind of
Right.
working while you're working and bringing things up there that you're going to talk about. Like if it's somebody's birthday, they can have a
Yeah.
couple pictures cued. Like, so, I mean, that's where the visual,
Right.
but this is very possible to happen. So I think that it is a great goal to have for
Yeah.
January because that's why
Yeah.
I did get my new technology because I'm ready to do it. I am ready to
Yeah.
do it. That's why I'm here. I'm committed to do it. It's just a matter
And
of
like you say, once you start to develop a style and a whole format, and it all falls into place.
Exactly.
It's like people are
Yes.
doing stuff on Zoom now that they would never do in a movie, you know, because they're taking it. It's a different medium, and the same in VR. It's a different medium. You don't know what you're gonna, all the hiccups you're gonna encounter yet
100%.
until you
100%.
do
If
it.
you don't have an audience, if you crash and burn, who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who cares
Well,
what
it
happens?
takes about 4 months to develop 4 months of solid content being pushed out there every day to develop a good audience. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the bottom line to it. I mean, it's one can't start complaining after 4 months. One can look back and say, okay, what are we doing wrong? But
Yeah.
until 4 months of doing it every day and getting it out there on a schedule,
Which
so
is
people
perfect.
know. Yeah, I mean,
It's in time with that we'll get the vaccine by then, and we can actually do things in the real world. Starting
Oh,
January,
goodness.
4 months later, hooray!
unfortunately, I haven't. I've never been so busy ever, and
Yeah.
That well, I
in
hope
the
that's
real
good,
world,
John. I
unfortunately.
hope that's
Yeah,
good.
it's
Yeah.
good
I
and
hope
bad.
that's good.
It's good, Eric, but every day I go out and it's like, am I going to get sick today? And it's like, why aren't I staying home? And it's like, man, just
Yeah.
that struggle between making money and saying, I mean, this is stupid. You should be staying home and not going out. And
I mean, the
man,
life expectancy of a person is not that much,
hey,
not that long
hey, Veg,
anyway.
how you doing?
You know what I mean? You're only gonna live twice. If you're James Bond.
I was, Actually, I've lived a number of, you know, I have been through so many. Actually, I've lived a number of accidents. I've been shot. Various other things have happened to me that I should be dead, and have walked away from it all. So, you know.
How do you follow that
One
up?
time I jumped off a cliff. It was really funny. All right, so the story goes, I was hanging out. I lived above the ocean, like 200 or 300 feet above the ocean, on this cliff for about a year or two in Malibu. So one night I'm sitting there, and I look up at the top of the cliff, and I see there's three palm trees all growing out of the same spot. So I was like, next time I'm up there, that shouldn't be too hard to find, and then I could just jump off the top of the cliff and just land in my house. And then so anyway, so,
Okay.
so the next day I'm up there, I find it, and I'm like, man, it's like maybe 30 feet down is where there's like a little ledge. And this is in the bluffs above the PCH. So if I fall all the way down to the highway, like people get stuck on the side of the cliff. Sometimes it'll be on the news in LA and stuff. There'll be people that like halfway up screaming, and they'll try to rescue them and stuff. But anyway, there's a hole on the ledge that I could jump straight through. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a pillow, throw it off the cliff, and see if the pillow just goes right down in the spot. And the pillow landed right in the hole where like it
Oh
was
my.
about as big as my body, the hole, right? So I was like, all right, fuck it. And I just jumped off the cliff. And when I landed, I had my arm sticking out.
Oh my.
So my legs went through the hole and it went all the way up to my armpits. And then I just put my arms above my head and went through the ledge and climbed onto a branch and went right into my little house.
Okay. We could actually make a movie about that.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
Oh, yeah,
an
that place still
animated movie.
exists.
Yeah,
I don't think,
that
and
would
you
be
don't need a
fun.
permit to be filming on the bluffs either.
We could actually make a
You know what? That sounds like that's a one-time thing, though. I don't know if you'd do that again. Would you do it again?
Oh, yeah, I'd do that shit. I didn't start doing it every day. I only did it that once, but I would do it again for sure. That's how I found the place again. Or actually, I could find it from either. I lived there for a long time. I could find it from either direction.
Oh my
From the
gosh.
PCH. Normally, I went from the PCH and I would scurry up the side of the freaking mountain. It's
Wow.
pretty fun. But like, you
Cool.
had to know like right where to start running and jump. You had to run across the highway and then up into the bushes, and then climb up about 200 feet.
Wow. So, how is the play going? Because I'm interested to hear. Because they were talking about it Monday at the meeting. So they
Yeah.
plugged your play, Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wish to hear about our play. You'll get a videogasm today. No, it's going pretty well. So this is like my job. Like basically, I keep my microphone turned off and I just play the sound effects. So
Right.
when the curtain opens, I guess they want me to play that Disney theme that I just played.
Oh, it's a sneak preview. This is.
It looks like he's singing it. It looks like you're singing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of great.
Yeah.
The crocodile sings the song, the sound effect, the soundtrack.
We go beneath the stars, so we know where you are. In the sky.
I thought you have a role in it though as well, don't you? You play the sound effects and the role.
He's a method acting.
He is. He is.
That's with the sound effects of the ticking clock.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
How long is the play?
Oh my God. We don't know how long it's going to be, but it's somewhere between a little over an hour and 2 hours. So there's a lot of
Wow.
runtime.
Wow. That's good.
Okay.
That's ambitious right there.
Yeah.
Very ambitious, yes.
Yeah.
You can fly, you can fly, you can fly. All right, everybody turn on your flight. Is there flight
Turn
as
on
well?
what?
Your flight.
Oh,
Oh,
no
flight.
available
Oh,
in this
okay.
world. You cannot
Okay,
fly. You cannot fly.
We can't fly in here, right?
Only mystery can fly. He's the only one that's happy.
Yeah.
Oh, the life of the pirate is for me.
So do you wanna come in this week and talk about it as well? Of like what it's gonna be like?
Yeah, sure. I can talk about what it's been like through the process and stuff. It's been kind
Oh,
of
that'll be
ridiculous.
cool.
Oh,
Oops. Okay.
They're going to broadcast it on YouTube
that was
because
the sound of
there's
a
only
cannon.
like 80 people that can get into the event.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, if you wanted to simulcast it, or I guess that's what you could call it. Like or just like you put up the YouTube stream or whatever on a screen, and more people could watch it from over here or something. Simulcast it.
You know
if
what?
you want
Maybe
that.
we could put it on the screen here because it's probably gonna get full at your place, and we could have it streaming right
Yeah,
here.
that'd be good. That
Yeah, it might be.
have
It might be full.
have
Put it on the screen here because it's
have
probably
it written that it's like the YouTube is playing. If you don't get in, come and see the YouTube
Yeah, if
version.
you can't get in, come over here and we're gonna
Yeah.
That's
have
my little gunshot sound. Oh,
What are you
Okay.
triggering them with?
come over here and
oh, I got all my sound effects and stuff for the play like loaded onto a little it's a little Sony voice recorder kind of. It's like a linear PCM
Oh.
recorder. So I
Okay.
just jacked it. I jacked all of the stuff straight off of Disney Plus.
Right.
So we're like infringing every possible copyright and whatever, but that's okay.
It's a tradition, a theatre tradition of doing that.
Oh yeah.
Well,
all of
the only
lines,
thing more
except for the
blatant
really
you could
bad,
probably do
badly
is
rich
have the
ones, are
movie.
stolen directly from the cartoon.
Yeah.
So it's our own
You-
bastardized version of it, basically, but it is pretty funny.
Yeah.
It is almost all straight from the cartoon, so that's good. So it's our own bastardized version.
Well, it's
Again,
fitting.
Disney-
it's another first, and you're going to learn a lot from
People from
doing the-
Disney,
that
what?
first.
So that's good. They're on Altspace and whatever, so they'll like they already wouldn't let us use the name Peter Pan Live or something like that.
Right.
Oh, really?
I forget what it was. Yeah, so that's why it's like Neverland Live.
Oh. Oh wow.
So
Oh wow.
so basically what we did was I have had no
Oh.
input, no real input from the director,
Oh wow.
except for like specific YouTube videos. That's like on our Discord page. That's like how we were
Right.
covering it, right? And that we're using none of those videos actually. What we're really using is all the shit that I stole directly from from Disney Plus,
Oh my god.
from the cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily, there are a bunch of YouTube videos. We can claim it's all a bunch of YouTube videos. But what would happen if we
Yeah.
tried to use the YouTube videos with the player? The player would shut down for a lot of people, and they would probably start booting a bunch of us out of
Right.
the room accidentally. And there's a certain number of people who wouldn't hear it anyway, so that's why I have it recorded. It may not sound quite
Yeah.
as good coming out of a voice from the mono channel or whatever, but
In
At
theater,
least the people will probably hear it.
yeah, it'll be a riot tonight. Absolutely looking forward to it.
It has been really
Yeah.
fun.
It's like so exciting
It
being
takes a couple
involved in
months.
this in
Our
VR.
star is only 14 years old, and he's got like all this other stuff, all these obligations. So that makes it hard. But there are some really good actors in it. The guy playing Captain Hook is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I missed my cue that time. Somebody blew up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like ding, ling, boom. Damn. And if I'm as stoned tonight, or if I'm as stoned on opening night as I am tonight, then I'll probably do the same thing. I'll be sitting here like not paying attention. Like all my cues are like back to back to back, so I gotta hit the button at the exact right moment. Anyway, so let's see what the next one is. Yo-ho. I don't even know if I was supposed to steal this song. I just stole this song.
You're a maniac.
Yo. I had to cut out. Sneeze.
I just can't believe they've decided to do a Disney thing out of all things that they could do, because Disney is so protective of all their property. Like they're gonna freak out.
Yeah.
There's no disguising that. There's no disguising. It's just blatant. Like, yep. This is,
Yeah. Welcome
Yeah,
to
this
the
is all stolen
2020.
directly from the cartoon.
Yeah.
Any lines of characters have been just like closely avoided. That is actually a sound effect of a toilet. But it sounds kind of like a pirate going overboard.
Okay.
Then I shoot a bunch of cannons off. Oh, sword fighting.
So do you guys have like different sets and you're changing the sets as it's going? Like the background is visually going to change? So do you guys have
Oh,
like
yeah,
different sets
definitely.
and you're changing the
It
sets
changes
as
Oh.
it's
like
going? Like the background is visually
it's
gonna
pretty
change?
amazing actually. It's like MREs for every scene extend out to like the whole environment around the audience even.
Oh, wow.
There's like running rivers and all kinds of like really amazing stuff in all the scenes. The first
Oh.
scene is just like a bedroom kind of. It's not that exciting, but then like progressing through the whole thing, the scenery just jumps out at you more and more. It's really good.
Oh,
Awesome.
wow. That's
We
amazing.
started out with the scripts just being on people's phones on the Discord, and all we would get is the scene for that, like that we're gonna supposed to be rehearsing that week or whatever. And we're only doing one rehearsal a week. So by the time like this past week came up, we still didn't have the whole script. Like
Oh my
how
gosh.
he expected us to learn it or do any of it, I'm not sure, except for the fact that we have like a script
Oh my
that's
gosh.
like in our hand that we can fall back on. But so at some point during the rehearsals, they come in and they say, "Well, all you need is um, you need this cool thing for your browser where we're gonna give you this link. You put it in your headset, and you're gonna be able to just read the script like in your little range of vision in your headset." The problem with that is it's like how that works is like the minutest little accidental touch on your controller will zoom way in or out from your script, and you'll just lose your spot in the script. So
Oh my
for
gosh.
for the next couple of rehearsals, everybody was trying to use that, and it basically ruined rehearsal because nobody could keep their script up properly with it. So now we've fallen back to making sure that there's like a tablet or a phone or something or somebody hopefully has printed out the script. Like I had to print out the script because I had to write all this little cues on there and stuff
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
my audio stuff. And trying to mess around and scroll with it really small on a phone or something definitely wasn't going to work for me. So I'm optimistic. I pretty much knew what I had to do, but I didn't get this little recorder, this little audio recorder, until a couple days ago. So I guess I'm a little late, but luckily it's not hard to go on to the movie and start jacking songs. It's pretty easy.
Like you just going straight through the movie and being like, okay, we're gonna use this one, we're gonna use this one. Well,
Just
that's
following the script while I'm watching the movie, and then if
oh
something
my
pops up
gosh.
like that it says in the script, okay, this is a song. Oh shit, this is the song I got to put in. Bam. And then so I just like it's harder to do it with the YouTube videos because they usually don't have them queued up perfectly where once you start playing the movie it's going to be like it'll probably have some lines, right? Usually it has like whatever the other lines are.
Yeah.
At the beginning and the end of the songs. So
Nice.
you can only steal like so much of the song if you've got live actors doing those lines. You don't want to have like the recording like pulling the line. So it wasn't hard to do it, but it was like almost impossible when the director's trying to just use YouTube videos. And that's what their whole plan was. He still had the idea until now just to use the player in the worlds. But it would be too glitchy. I'm pretty sure it would be too glitchy, so I just recorded them on here.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, this is going to be a
So, all right,
learning
so Buddy-
experience.
Buddy's this kid playing Peter Pan, and he's coming in here and running lines with people all the time. He's a terrible, terrible
This is
actor.
gonna be a learning
He's
experience.
only a 14-year-old kid with no experience, but Buddy's getting a lot of direct coaching through this whole process, so he's getting better really fast. So that's good.
Oh.
You know, he's
Cool.
kind of learning his lines. And
Good. Cool.
we have this crazy backup. That's like a professional actor chick that will just take over any role, especially Peter Pan, when she gets the chance. And she'll be really freaking good. And she's like learned all the lines already and whatever. She's like the understudy. Like,
Oh, sweet.
she's a professional. So either way, I think it'll be good. But we'll just see. We're gonna get like 80 people in there, so we'll see if it works or if it doesn't work.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Be amazing.
I actually filmed some of that. That was interesting to hear you like going through the motions of that whole thing. So very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually
Yeah, man.
filmed some of that. That was interesting
Yeah.
to hear you like going through
So
that's
exciting.
like it's interesting as a, next level, right? Like boom, here's where we're going with this. Now, after you get done with this play, are you interested in January? Like, OBS and all the screens, and you know how to do all of that, don't you? I believe you do, don't you?
In my worlds that I'm building and stuff. Yeah.
Well, just in any
Basically.
world, if you had access.
Oh,
Because
sure.
we're looking to really do this since this is going on daily as a show. So in January, I was looking to, we're setting an intention to make this like a daily show, and then we can bring in different people to
Yeah.
talk about different things. But I almost need somebody to assist with the screens as whatever we're talking about as far as content. Maybe not every day, but almost a couple days.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're formulating.
Yeah, I mean, we can try it out.
Yeah.
I love
In
it.
January, I'm trying to think what I'm doing in January.
We're formulating.
I'm probably trying to save up money to buy a Burning Man ticket.
Yeah.
Great.
That's what usually happens like that time of year. That'll be fucked up if there's no Burning Man, huh? If they're like, oh
Yeah.
it's gonna.
Well, I'll
It
tell you
seems
what.
like it would be just as dangerous nowadays. Or in
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
they're saying already that it's like, so I feel like we almost just got to prepare for VR, or
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be pretty awesome if like if a whole lot of people got on board like early on. They just say like, you know what, like let's not go to Burning Man IRL this year. Let's just let's start working on it now. Let's start doing all our shit in here.
Yeah.
That's what I should be doing. Like I've been trying to get the time. I've been remodeling my living room ceiling and shit, but I've been trying to find the time to go to the burningman.org, or not burningman.org,
Yeah.
brcvr.org,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and just read all that stuff about their world building tutorial stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
And
cool.
try to build some Burning Man based worlds, like build a couple of my camps maybe. Try to get the people
Yeah.
from my camp on board. We have tons of pictures and everything, so should be able to build it pretty well.
Yeah. That would be something cool to talk about in the show, is like all these different things being created. I mean, that's interesting
Yeah.
content, is bringing the people in to talk about it. There's so much art here. There's no shortage of things to talk about, really.
No.
I mean, there's new worlds like in that meeting that we're in. There's people just building new worlds like this. They're just
It's
constantly
hard
coming
to
out with you.
translate the personal touch that ends up getting, burnt into all the stuff out there. It's hard to it's hard to translate it over to some kind of virtual reality without. I mean, it's like, for instance, like the ground is like out there is varying degrees, anywhere from like giant cracks to like piles of slushy stuff or whatever. It's like it's like all different. Like the air is anywhere from like pea soup to like clear and beautiful. You never know, and it's like gonna hit you spontaneously. In the thing like this, it takes that much thinking ahead to actually have it translate realistically. Like there are some worlds that do a little part of it, but it's gonna take us some time, I think. And like the ability to modify everything, how we're actually encouraged at Burning Man to modify everything. For the most part, unless there's a sign or somebody that's like, "Oh no, don't fuck with that." We're supposed to pretty much fuck with it. We're supposed to
Yeah.
start modifying, decorating to our heart's desire, and it's encouraged or whatever. Radical participation or some shit like that. Those are always the best camps and the best projects anyway. The ones that kind of like you automatically want to participate when you see it, whatever it is, whatever they're doing, and then you can't leave. You just like get sucked in. And then like this whole thing in general is like that, but not on the level even at a regional or anything like that. It's always like mind blowing. And here it's like it's everything. You just can't modify it as easily. But we should be able to.
Yes, Skylar. I'm yet to check out your new theater, but I heard you. I seen you did post that you have a new theater that you built, right?
Yeah, I have several theaters actually. That's one of my big things that I'm always doing. What I did recently, you've heard. What I did was I took a mansion-style template and modified it, put the theater in the back, so it looks like a ritzy theater with the staircases going up to the central location.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it makes it look like a real high-class thing, and you go in, it's like an
Shit. Is
omni-style
that the
theater.
Opera House one?
No, it's. I just call it the ritzy theater, and it looks like a mansion in the very front with the two
I went to the
staircases
Opera
going
House today.
around.
That was really nice.
Okay.
It was a little bit cartoony, but it was still nice.
Yeah, mine's a little bit more flash. Then what I did lately, matter of fact, this Christmas Eve, I want to host a Christmas Eve party. And I'm showing Santa Claus conquers the Martians. I'm making it Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. So in other words, people are going in there. We're going to make fun of it. We're going in to make fun of it.
Cool.
I've always been a fan of MST3K. I'm working some things out, trying to work things out in my head, see how I'm going to host it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing Thursday on Christmas Eve for people who don't have families or don't have anybody to go to.
Okay.
They can come in here and have fun.
Okay,
And yeah,
I'll be
I
there.
figured out how to quote unquote circumvent their 30 max on a custom theater. I've actually built the theater into another theater. Yeah, they told me, oh no, max you can have is 30. I'm like, okay, fine. I built the whole thing down as just a model and put it in on top of the other theater. So now I get 50.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I love doing stuff like that. Yeah, that was there's that one that, like I said, the theater I have is going to be special just for that event. I added a little lobby, has little things like a little candy cane. I'm thinking about putting some more snow. I'm thinking about putting some snow in it so you can have snowballs. Because I want to start it at
Sweet.
7. It officially starts at 7 or 8 Eastern, but the show will start at 9 Eastern. So gotta have some
Awesome.
fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna have general fun that night. It's like watching Rocky Horror.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And it'd
I
be
love
my
it,
second,
man.
yeah, it'd be my second full event.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, yeah, as far as it goes, yeah, I make a lot of movie theater type things. I'm still working on getting some of the Oculus stuff in here. In Rift, you get a thing called Oculus Home, and they have default models. Well, the default models are on a directory in your document folder.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking them and bringing them into AltSpace.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit,
And there's no
little bitty
script.
rooms.
There's no script attached to it. You just gotta
Nope.
detach all
No,
the stuff.
it's no script. It's actually what they call a GLB file.
Okay.
It's a Google 3D file is what it is, and that's what they used when they first started up.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah, all you gotta do is put the template. You put the template in. You put the colors that you want or the materials you want, and then you just bring it in.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah, all you gotta do is put the template. And it's very
That's
lightweight. Yeah, it's very lightweight. It's like 8 meg. The standard theater, the default theater is like 19 meg. This thing is only 8 meg. And it's very lightweight.
Cool.
I love it, man. You are like that's what's awesome about in here is people just cracking the code, right? Like just
Oh, yeah.
figuring out how to do it. I love it, man.
Yeah,
Breaking the
circumventing.
rules.
Yeah. Oh, can't do more than 30. Fine. I'll bake it on top of your theater, and I'll bake it 50. Oh yeah.
That's
I-
brilliant.
Well, they don't seem to realize, like, they have that thing called front row. That's what the main thing that I'm really not liking right now, is they have that thing called front row. And front row, they make multiple instances that you have multiple hosts in, and you can put as many people as you want. The problem with that is, what if you want everybody to be interactive?
Yeah.
And you can't do that with front row. Yeah, one section can be interactive, another section can be interactive, but not all of them can be
Yeah.
interactive at once
Usually
with each
one
other.
of them will have like a handful of people in there, and the other
Yeah.
one will be the actual event. That's
Exactly.
That's good.
No,
Yeah.
I can see it on certain things, but if you want to have interactiveness, they all got to be in one room. Exactly.
Yep.
They should have this thing where you're like, you know how like in video games, after you get shot or whatever, you could be like a ghost.
Yeah, like
So you can still see,
like
you can still
Phasmophobia.
see what's going on, but you can't really interact with it. You just can
Yeah.
you can pick which view. So it should be like for your front row, like they should just add a bunch of ghost people in there that are just like you don't realize they're
Yeah.
there, but they're watching too or something.
Well, what they
Actually,
could
you know,
al-
it'd be
oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
what would be great for your event as well is have all the people interacting, and then you could have like other people watching what's going on there and interacting with it as well.
you could do
like,
that
as
too.
a
Yeah, you could do that too. I may even consider. I might bring a bot in. I might consider recording the thing. I mean, it's about an hour and a half long. I can set it on my I can set it on my computer, my main computer.
Right.
Because that would be fun. But that was the main. Yeah, the idea is coming from the. Eventually, I'm going to do MST3K period. I actually found the satellite of
So,
love, and I'm
Do you
recreating
know
the satellite
Happy
of love on the
Slappy?
inside.
You know Happy Slappy?
Oh, cool.
Happy
don't know the
Slappy
name.
is this character who's always he's always wreaking havoc and causing crazy antics and whatever. Okay, so
Oh, cool.
if I can find that guy, I'm gonna tell him he should go to your event because he
Oh
would be
no!
cracking.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Well, it depends if he's gonna have family or anything Christmas Eve. Because like I said, it's gonna be
Right.
Yeah,
Christmas
I'm not
Eve.
sure. Mhm.
That's great.
Yes, I love it. I love it. But yeah, that's the ultimate goal. I just want people to have fun, and yeah, I just go. I want even like an hour before. I want to try and find an hour's worth of comical Christmas music, like Weird Al Yankovic, Bob Denver. Definitely gonna play the 12 Pains of Christmas.
Yeah.
Or the
Awesome.
restroom door said gentlemen. Definitely gonna play.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's Bob Rivers. He's got a ton of them. He even got one walking around in women's underwear.
Oh my god. I think Frank Zappa's got some Halloween or some Christmas stuff too.
I'm sure he does. Of course, you got Yellow Snow. That was one of the weirdest ones was Yellow Snow.
Yeah.
I remember my dad playing that as we were like driving to Christmas, and you're like, "Whoa, this is a crazy story." It's
So
like
there's that. There's also the McKenzie brothers. They do the 12 Canadian days of Christmas.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, those are good.
And
as
a
well.
beer.
Well,
Yeah.
that should be fun. That should be fun.
Yeah, I just want to make it fun, make people have fun, laugh. Even though, like I said, they can't go out and see anything, at least they have someplace they can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it. Hey,
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea. I ought to see if I can recreate the Cheers bar. That would be interesting. Well, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Well, sometimes you want to go where everybody. But yeah, that's all I want to do. And that's the reason why I was thinking about doing MST3K in here. But instead of having set people, it's actually the audience is the group that they capture and show cheesy movies to.
Cool.
I'm
Brilliant.
actually, yeah. And also, of course, I've still got some game ideas too. You've heard of You Laugh, You Lose on the internet, right? Where you watch a series of videos, and if you laugh, you lose the video. You have to stop.
Oh.
Well, I thought of an idea of doing a version of that, like a game show, where people actually have to sit and have to watch the videos.
Somebody right
Right.
now is at a world called The Dating Game, 18 and over.
Oh yes, that is hilarious, especially if you get me and Sherry involved. Yeah, Sherry and I, we've done that several times, and that's what we do. Especially if you get me and Sherry involved. Okay. Your hand was traveling.
Yes.
Anyway,
Well,
no,
that's
when Sherry came
ahead.
in, she'll do the Bachelorette or whatever, and then you have the three blind people. She can't see them, but then what happens is she'll find out I'm one of them. So I'll get up there and we'll start cracking her up.
Oh my gosh. All right, you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
So I am trying to make a small part of this meeting also about celebrating the star whose birthday it is today. So today is. Have you guys heard of J.M. Kerrigan?
He sounds familiar.
No.
So he was the actor and director. He's known for Gone with the Wind, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
That's where I've heard of him.
Yes. So he was born December 16th, 1884.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, he passed away many years ago. But it's also a member of ZZ Top's birthday as well.
Oh
So,
yeah. Gotta have
He
him.
is
So we-
129 years old.
Yep.
Yep.
So we're gonna take we're gonna play a song and watch, celebrate him to Tush of ZZ Top because it's one of it's ZZ Top. So here we go.
As an agent in Hollywood, I became intrigued by the mystique of the boulevard. Who is this person? When were they born? What did they do to deserve a star? So I decided to investigate and began to celebrate their birthdays through a live performance to music. Welcome to the Walk of Fame.
black mountains white. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to flight. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope. It's the voice of peace. It's the voice of every man. It's the voice of every. From a distance, we all have enough, and no one is.
As an agent in Hollywood, I became intrigued by the mystique of the boulevard. Who is this person? When were they born? What did they do to deserve a star? So I decided to.
No hungry.
I've been up, I've been down, take my word, my way round. I ain't asking for much. I said, Lord, take me downtown. I'm just looking for some touch. I've been bad, I've been good. Dallas, Texas, Hollywood. I ain't asking for much. I said, Lord, take me downtown. I'm just looking for some touch. Take me back, way back home, not by myself, not alone. I ain't asking for much. I said, Lord, take me downtown. I'm just looking for some touch.
There we go.
I love it. Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah. Oh.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, that's somebody else's voice. So we got an echo.
Yeah, no, I paused it. I didn't mean to. I loved where the conversation was going here, but I love that we at least made a point to bring some attention to somebody who was a major creator before us that did.
Yeah.
We at least made a point to
Two of them.
bring
matter of
some
fact.
content into this world. Gone with the Wind, man. You want to talk about a long movie? How long was it? A movie? It's like 4 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's big enough to where they have an intermission in it. And that's usually every hour and a half, 2 hours.
Right. Exactly.
Not as long as the Ten Commandments.
Yes. Well, welcome everybody. I see a couple of you guys join late, so
Yeah.
we do this every single day. I love seeing the regulars in here. People in here are creating some really cool content. in theaters. Actually, once this is done, I don't know if you want to take us to your theater, but I wouldn't mind
Yeah, we can
checking
go. Yeah,
out
we can
this
go to a
theater.
couple of them. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
show you a
well,
couple of them.
once 9, we got to stay till 9 because that's when we're obligated to. But we, you know, for the new year, we're looking to actually make this a show and get this out there. I know it's a little bit ambitious, but you know,
Yeah.
we'll be at like 130 days in at that point. So you know, hopefully we know what we're
Yeah.
doing at that point. We are burners though, so you know, sometimes it just takes a little longer to get things done as a burner, but
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, take
We
it
s-
easy. That's all you can say.
we stay at it, right? We are determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, take it easy.
A couple of you joined us late. Before we go, we're going to check out his theater. Did anyone want to say anything about creating content or what they're thinking of being in alt space or anything? A couple of you joined us late. Before we go,
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are the Burning Man people. Do you guys know DJ Xylan? He made the geometric world where you can I don't know, you kind of push these little geometric spaces or shapes and they make sounds. And he also made Staffen bars. I don't know.
I
maybe
have
he's in your
heard of
wheelhouse or
it.
not.
I've
Okay,
heard of it, but
yeah,
I've
so
never been.
I joined Altspace to work with him where we're 3D rendering synthesizers and then being able to route them from our studios to do real-time performances in here.
That would be a
Okay.
cool idea. I like it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can we go
That would
check
be-
that out?
Oh, that would be awesome. I'd see
Yeah,
that.
well, I mean, I should show you when I'm actually sitting in my studio because I can show you a little bit more. It would be probably more interesting if he was here.
Okay.
You guys meet every night?
Yeah,
see if
we
he's- let me
it's
see if
like
he's online.
every sometimes it's during the day,
Hold
but
on.
it's sometimes in the evening. But yeah, this
So
is
what
the
is-
exact thing that we've been
How-
talking about working with somebody with doing that. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, that's a cool
Yeah,
idea.
because we're definitely like not the like expertise world builders. We're just really good musicians that are doing weird stuff.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah,
cool.
but I'm not. I mean, I'm learning. I mean, I'm aesthetically talented, but I have limited time in terms of like maybe in a year I'll be able to build worlds, and I'm learning a little bit about
Yeah.
Unity and Blender, but yeah, there's like learning how to render a Moog 1 is probably as far as I'm gonna get into this world.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But if any of you like to render things for fun, I would rather ask y'all to do it, and then I'll play music.
Yeah.
That
Same
sounds
here.
about right.
Yeah, but so the name
Yeah.
of that room is Staff and Bars, and so the
Yeah, I know.
have you been in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that piano actually you can connect through WebSockets to MIDI and play it from your studio, and then there's
Oh.
a Roland that's not always in there that is routed from DJ Xylan's actual house, but you can manipulate the synthesizer in the room.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
my plan is to do that. I have a Moog 1, and I'm going to do that with the Moog 1, which is going
Right.
to take a really long time because of the MIDI control of it's crazy.
Yeah.
But be able to do performances where instead of just being like, oh look, I'm on a video, it's more
No.
like here's my avatar, I'm playing. You can
Right.
see the actual interaction I'm having with the synthesizer, and it gives also other people the capacity to come in and perform on my synthesizer in Altspace, which is like, I like
That's-
the idea
Wow.
of giving
I like the
people
idea.
access. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing here.
That's a
Cool.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
That's
I
something to
love
do.
it.
just take your time. Just take your time doing it. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton of time right now, so I am taking my time. I wish I had more.
I think we
Yeah.
all wish we had more. I know. Everybody, who wants to move to Jupiter?
No.
A year is 252 years. You'll have all the time in the world.
Awesome.
Yeah.
A year.
So are you all world builders or?
I've done a few worlds here and there.
I don't know. I'm new, so you might be
That's
someone
okay.
who's like alt space guru. I wouldn't know. So
Yeah.
apologies.
That's okay.
Apologies for not kissing your ass.
I don't worry about that.
Well,
Yeah,
do we want to
nor
go
do I.
check out your spot, or do we want to go check out the theater?
Let's check out his because I would rather go in because DJ's Island built it. Like I'm new
Okay.
into the
Okay.
project. I know him in real life, and I'd
Right.
rather him be part of
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
It's only
Let's see.
fair.
HOA.
Aw.
Theater.
Hi.
Nice to
There it
see
is.
you.
Here's the
You
Ritzy
too.
Theater. I'll go ahead and pop it up.
I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow.
This is the
okay?
Ritzy Theater.
Yes. Are you gonna come in here? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There we go.
Okay, ready? Everybody in?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you a call tomorrow.
Yeah. Well. Yes. Are you gonna come in here? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There we go.
Okay, ready? Everybody in? Yeah.
Yeah. Well.